Abuseni komo o channel so haksi AGH Politics Avenue. Podcast or session na mekoti make headlines. Ene ejemre na edibi aksomwo. Ni dimni ahobraksiem yambo enra political highway sinum ejedem a enya asem koto akra. Ene TV3 Ďoǒměd so ena anope e new day so unia enya asem koto akra. Na panel so mku share ye NNDC communicator ba ko HSM. OSP na appointment no. Yewo NPP mpanyinfo bi ewuma omu ensa ewum bi ken ofori ata account Gabby ochredako account wa onua sa nsemu ya papa ekan etumi espake eye big reaction ewo show no so a ya jemre na edibi eksomwo enti se koba se sa mpanyinfo we se eka ho na se bia omo prosecute eye NPP criminal cases. Imagine how the case will be. Yemungram ni ehwe ne yeko ane de ba. Ahasei AGH Politics Avenue.
Appointment. I know Kenofada had input. Gabby and all those people had input. Of course, of course.
No.
You can't make this wild. What kind of allegation is that? I mean, let's say it as it is. You like say it is.
It's not what we like.
I'm saying. The point I'm making is that.
How did Kenofada have his hand in that?
Of course, Kenofada will have. You think Akufado will make such an appointment without Kenofada's input? No, you think Akufado will make such an appointment knowing the kind of relationship Akufado had with Kenofada? And what Amatano did?
If I were to ask you directly, that what is the basis for this claim? What would your answer be?
Oh, of course, the relationship between Kisai Jabin and Kenofada. He was once a lawyer.
Yeah, but
they had relationships already.
Yeah, but that does not mean that.
Gabby Dako's guy. I mean, you see, people. Okay, let's leave it. But the point is that
you see, you can't.
No, I can't substantiate it. But I don't like the way you people like pampering issues. Like you play around issues. Say it as it is. You see, that is why we are suffering.
Yeah, as a nation. To get you in trouble when you don't have a basis.
Oh, my friend. Okay, so the point.
So the final question, and you wrap up for me.
Yeah, the point is that
the suspicion by the NPP. Just conclude and wrap up on that.
After the NPP, don't mind them. That they are playing politics with it, but this is a legal issue. This is a legal issue, and you can't blame the government for it. Individual took the matter to court, and the court, on the basis of the law, has made its judgment. And I think it's only fair to say that it is for us as a nation to sit down and cure this problem once and for all through the Constitution. For me, that is the way forward.
All right.
We should use the Constitution to cure this matter. It is not, we don't have to play emotional games and office somebody must sit in office, take salary without working and all. No, that one wouldn't help. Let's use the Constitution to solve this problem once and for all.
Okay. Austin, 1 minute, you had some points to make.
Quick one. So the fundamental thing is, does the High Court have the power to interpret the Constitution? The answer is no.
No.
Let's settle this in our minds. The High Court, in fact, when you read this party, Zaneto, and this party, the courts, the laws were clear that it is only where the texts are clear and it is not subject to various disparate interpretation. That is where the High Court can enforce. Their job is to enforce. In fact, when you read Article 130, it makes it clear that subject to the jurisdiction of the High Court to enforce the oath. Which one? The fundamental human right. So the High Court cannot interpret any constitution. So we should settle this in our minds. Now, the thing is that if the AG agrees with the court, the decision of the court, that the special prosecutor has no prior authorization, which conclusion I disagree. Because I have said that when you look at the memorandum accompanying the bill and even the test itself, it amounts to a statutory authorization. The AG should straight away give them the warrant, like AB said.
I mean, we are told that the other agencies, the right to request.
No, but it doesn't matter because you see, and Kamal was right. When you look at the public commentaries of the element of the governing National Democratic Congress, they've not been good to the special prosecutor. That is why people will be right in their mind to say that these are clear case of onslaught or needless onslaught on the special prosecutor. I have said, and though you rightly know that I've been one critic of the Attorney General because of certain commentaries I feel certain commentaries he made in some of the cases he's handling, which I concluded that they were prejudicial. But if you feel the special prosecutor has no prior authorization, grant them. It doesn't matter whether they write to you or not. And the bad blood between them.
It shows the commitment to fight.
The thing is that people are now saying that the government has a duty to protect the special prosecutor, which I agree. So if you feel that the special prosecutor has no prior authorization, give them. It doesn't matter whether they write to you or you write to them. Whoever does it is needless. What matters is that you have given the right to sustain and prosecute those cases.
Exactly.
But to put out that you are taking steps to action the decision of the High Court. What are you putting out? What are you telling Ghanaians?
It could be that they are taking steps to grant authorization.
No. You read it. He said that the High Court has said that they should transfer all the cases to them.
Until such a time that authorization is obtained.
Why would you wait until such a time that authorization? Why won't you give the authorization? I mean, how long does it take to authorize the Attorney General? If you, the special prosecutor, if you believe they don't have the right authorization. And so in concluding, I think it's been one too many. The attacks on the special prosecutor has been one too many. And in fact, even though AB said the president stepping at a point, what they did even dealt them a terrible blow. The commentaries, the actions of the members in parliament did not favor them. So if we notice a string of attacks on the special prosecutor, we'll blame you.
Absolutely.
Because
and let me quickly. Okay.
Because you've not been so favorable and you've been badmouthing the special prosecutor. So that is what people will conclude on.
Yeah, I mean, if I ask you to point to them, you know,
badmouthing in what sense? Badmouthing in what sense?
But you see, Joseph, if you ask whether they have been badmouthing the special prosecutor, and you point out, he said I only point out to the majority leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is enough.
Yeah, but even if you point to more,
is that not enough?
More than enough.
No, is that not enough? These are the leaders. These are the leaders in parliament, and
government business come before them.
The minister of government business.
And what did they say? What did they say?
These are people who were mooting the idea of presenting the private members bill
to scrap the entire institution.
Yes, but I support that because I've said it. This office is super full.
The figurehead pull the brakes quickly.
But that, you see, already the harm has been caused.
Okay.
They are just trying to salvage the leftovers.
That decision that says a multitude of suspicion does not constitute proof. Senior, are you with us here?
Yeah. So every day, and I want to reiterate, every day we go to court, the High Court interprets and applies the Constitution. Every day. I'm sure you now go to court. Sometimes you can be on your feet. You'll be making comments. Then the judge will say, hold on. But look, do you have your constitution in the council? But what does 88 say? So council, how do you... That's what it means. So don't let us leave here and say that the High Court does not interpret the constitution. And the judge said it. It is only on some circumstances that he has to leave that matter to the Supreme Court. And if you read the ruling, he has said it. So let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Interpretation, no.
Let's not do that. But every day he does, the judges do it.
Enforcement.
No, you've made your point. You've made your point. He's also made his point.
Okay, so if you want, I can add. They interpret, they apply, and they enforce the Constitution.
No, they only enforce. They don't have the power of interpretation.
They have various definitions.
Yes.
Interpretation enforcement has definitions.
I think substantively the two of you are saying the same thing. You're just saying it in different ways.
Now, why? Every day we badmouth the police. Who hasn't said the police take one city? Does that make the government of the day wanting the police institution to be scrapped? See the logic. Who in this country? Under Akufo-Addo, we badmouth the police. Under Atamils, the late Atamils, we badmouth the police. Under Rawlings, we badmouth the police. Is that to say that the government of that day want to scrap the police? Can you imagine? This convoluted argument sometimes make me...
It's never convoluted.
Institutions are open and are subject to judicial review in court. Administrative bodies, all administrative bodies are subject to judicial review. All the administrative bodies are also subject to criticisms from the public. Indeed, Parliament has power to inquire into the conduct of institutions of state and can go ahead, now that we have private members bill, and individual members can file those bills.
Yeah.
If this were a government-sponsored bill, then I can eat with you from the same bowl. But on this matter of government involvement, because members of parliament, one from Boku, one from Ketu, the film was from where?
South Die.
South Die means that is government. Means that is government. So on this matter, I will eat with you with a long spoon. You see, I don't think that we should bring government into this matter at all. Because people go to parliament as individuals, but they stand on political party. So sometimes they have their Why? Who doesn't know that? And I said it here on this matter. Mahama Yara could be doing that because Martin Amido used it against him. That is his thinking. It is his belief. So don't add government into it because he holds a majority leader position. You don't add government into it. And that's why I gave you an example of the police. Fire service, how many times have we to say that they are useless, they come when the fire is over? This country.
So when the fire is over. Yes.
Now, the last one.
For me. Yes.
He talked about the anti-Nolly protocol. I agree. This Kenneth Attorney General has entered Nolly protocol in favor of, yes, people perceived to be NDC. The converse, the reverse. Why is it that it was only NDC people who were also being prosecuted?
So that's why I say, you
you see. So we were told in one of the cases, which is what is the man's name, Jakpa, that it is Akufado, it is Ofureta who won the. We heard that video.
Yeah, of course we heard it.
We heard that video.
Audio.
We heard it. We heard it. So, as much as we have the right to ask, why is all your most protocol in favor of NDC per se people? The converse.
You also have the right.
No, I'm not talking about right. Don't pollute my. The converse is why is it that you were also only prosecuting NDC people? So that's
if NPP people were being prosecuted, maybe you would have entered for them. Yes.
I'm succeeded in doing my case for me that Attorney General, as we have it, may be fit for purpose, but the fight against graft or the fight against corruption, okay, cannot be achieved with Attorney General, with the thinking that or the belief we have that they will only prosecute their what is not their own, but will never go to prosecute their own. So if we have an independent institution with that thinking, and then put measures in place to ensure that it appears independent, like the OSP, that will be good for all. That will be good for all of us.
Okay.
So he has cleared the argument. Now, two, he says we are making convoluted arguments. One, we cite the majority leader and his whip attempting to advance a private member bill against the OSP, and then we say government has a hand in it. Why? We are grounded in saying that. Okay. As soon as they appeared as individuals to say we are advancing this, the president made a statement, caused a statement to be issued. Stop it. And they stopped. They did not make the argument that I am Ayarega and I'm doing it. That would have cleared that argument. They listened to the president and withdrew it because they are surrogates of the president. So if I sit outside and I say that elements of the government want to scrap OSP, I am more than right.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
I am more than right. Now, finally, how can the government come to tell us that we are overwhelmed by cases on our table and we are even contemplating to institute the private legal practitioners or to contract them to help us in prosecuting? And the next moment, the same government says, I want to go and take over all the cases from OSP and bring it. What is the moral behind it? Let's think deeply. Okay. So look, Ghanaians are watching what is happening. I have said we want to fight corruption. Where there are gaps, let's fill in the gaps and move on. As simple as that. The warrant could have just emanated from the Attorney General to say that, okay, we have authorized you to XYZ. It kills the matter.
Okay.
It kills the matter. And if I am OSP, I will not appeal this matter.
I will go back to my office and simply write for authorization and then give it to AG and say that, look, I want to prosecute this matter. Let's see if they will refuse or they will not refuse. And we move on again. Yeah. This matter will not sit down here and be talking plenty. Yeah. The NDC is not committed to fighting corruption. That's the case.
Give the final.
If we were not committed,
we are not committed.
If we were not committed, by now you would have had a number of scandals as against your time.
What happened to all that? What happened to
Please hold on.
Yes, appointees have heeded to the present call not to engage in wrongdoing. How many days during that time? What do we have corruption scandals every other day? What are you talking about? That's why I say your MPP don't want to agree.
The truth has to be told. NPP did not come to fight corruption.
Who came to fight corruption?
You gave oxygen to corruption.
NDC came to fight corruption.
You. The kind of corruption cases recorded and the NPP unprecedented in the history of this country.
You even have to talk
There's
about
also no talk about issue of fighting corruption.
Hey.
You see, my point is that
this NDC man. So.
My point is that. So let's look at the implication. I mean, lawyers here. Let's look at the implication. At least three lawyers here. Let's look at the implication now. So now that it is established that OSP did not have authorization, express authorization to do the things he did. The cases that he has started, what happens to those cases? Are the process going to be void ab initio?
No, they just
or they will continue?
Attorney General call it and continue.
And continue it. But the one who started it did not have authority. But the one who started it.
You saw what the judge said about the convictions.
No.
He said the convictions are void.
No, I'm coming.
In the judgment.
I'm coming.
Yes.
The one who started it. At the time, OSP. At the time he started it. No.
Yes. Not. Most of them they reached agreements and yes. So they ended up convicting.
So the point I'm making is that the one who started at the point he started it, at the time he started it, he did not have the authority to do that.
All right.
So what will happen to those cases? I mean, these are legal issues.
So
no, we are done. Yes.
So you know that the third issue I had with the judge was his decision is on avoiding all the convictions. Because you see, when you look at the reliefs sought by the gentleman, it has nothing to do with.
I mean, those who
it was more like punching beyond his limits.
We'll discuss this further. That's what time would allow us this morning. Big issue as always is sponsored by the University of Gold Coast. Hold on. His Excellency. Listen to me. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you. Listen to me.
Kamadi just want to make a statement.
I'm telling him that my salary is here. Hold on for me. I beg you. Yes. So whether you are aiming for a specialist MBA in marketing, communication, operations, supply chain, human resource management, finance, entrepreneurship, innovation, or business intelligence analytics, or you want to advance through our dual MBA or chartered manager MBA, University Gold Coast gives you options that match your vision. And if your next step is an MSc in international relations, communication, international marketing, international law, security, diplomacy, accounting, finance, or human resource management, an LLM in international law, security, diplomacy, or an MA in biblical studies, practical theology, the pathway is open now. April admission is still underway. You can apply today because at the University of Gold Coast, we make it practical, flexible learning as well. Flexible.
We ain't sama horo etim course watch no so mam ena wate so jemre da sene so ba de ndia dumbi edomiania onua ebehia na yasan asomo kwan sonko so